my first experience with patch 3.8, as well as the questions why I play Star Citizen and what I want to achieve later in the game. I'm A.S.Drake and that's my insight into the game. Accompany me part of the way and in the end tell me what are your motivations and goals are in the game. But before I start, don't forget that I organize a giveaway every month. You can find the video above under info and help my channel grow. Every subscriber counts, as well as every minutes of my video are watched. But let's get to patch 3.8. Of course, not everything works again. At first I thought of chasing a few simple bounties, but somehow I never got the bounty. The mission was considered as fails. I do not know if something has changed or if it is a bug, so please write me in the comments if you have experienced something similar. Then I thought trading something. I think that a lot has changed here because some consoles cannot be traded what it's stored at Galactic Logistics. If it's a bug, let me know in the comments. I wanted to try the cheapest waste first, but I try something else again. Does that drive me to despair? No. Every patch release has some bugs because Star Citizen is still alpha. The question is, how many game-breaking moments did I have? No, a single one. After login I played for hours and was thrilled with the stability of the servers and the frame rate. I jumped back and forth between the menus in the game and the desktop several times in order to set up my settings for the controls again, which I expected to crash with every further change. But it didn't crash at the end. I even made a bad logout on the freelancer to make something to eat. When I logged in again, I was actually back on the freelancer without any problems. I have to say that this has never worked for me before. What's about the visual impression in patch 3.8? Say Planet Tech version 4. Of course, I expected graphical improvements to the locations. You have already seen a lot on other channels from the PTU phase. But it is always a different impression when you experience it in your own game. I have not yet looked in Microtech because the location is completely new and I have no possibility to comparison to before. So I looked at well-known places like Levski on Delamar and Lorville on Hurston. And what can I say, it feels like a new game. Usually I only perceive graphic improvements as such, as improvements. But here I have to say that it felt like I was looking at everything for the first time. Taking off and flying to locations on surface of planets and moons felt like a new experience. What made me think about it, what was my impression when I logged in for the first time and what it is like today. At that time we only had the first cinematic trailer as Chris Roberts presented us his idea with the first version of the Bengal carrier and the F-7 Hornet. And the level of detail has changed, of course, for the better. We had hard times with releases of the first patches, especially when Chris Roberts moved away from Crytek and started again from scratch. You had the feeling that nothing had happened for years, at least on the surface. But when the first moons entered Star Citizen universe, it started slowly. We got more and more patches when 3.0 came out. The knot seemed to loosen more and more. We now regularly receive new patches with new content every 3 months. Of course, it is annoying when something disappears or is moved from the patch, but you didn't have the regularity at all in the first few years. And now with the implementation of SSOCS, the new Planet Tech and the perspective of weather and weather influences on player avatars, you get the feeling that the development is now picking up speed. I'm excited to see what the roadmap in January will show us for the coming year. So I started thinking again about what I want to do in the game itself. The variety seems to get bigger and bigger. And that is the reason why Star Citizen interested me at all. The sandbox universe. The fact this universe is not populated mainly by gamers but at the end by NPCs. And we gamers are only part of the universe has caught my attention. So what do I want to do? Am I a productive citizen of Star Citizen universe to regulate business, or I'm involved in the lucrative mining business, or do I set up a racing team? Maybe I will join the civilian force to make the sectors more secure. I could also be the one who makes the area unsafe as a pirate. So many possibilities. I see myself as free spirit, so organized organizations fall away. But I'm not ready to be a pirate either. I'm more a mercenary soul. From one day to another live and just be responsible for myself. That's more my nature. Lucrative trades or transportations, why not? There is a bounty to collect, let the hunt begin. If the price is right, I escort. You need someone neutral who mediates between you and another organization, or who enables a neutral meeting point, I'm the right one for you. You need informations in form of locations for new mining areas, maybe. I knew a few. Or you are looking for information of more specific nature, maybe I can get them. So what are my goals? I founded an organization called Das Geisterwolf-Rudel, or in English the Ghost Wolf Pack, primarily mercenaries and independent businessmen. There are current 2 ships that support my idea. The Banu Merchantman that I own and the Kraken Privateer. That you can trade independently with it is a point that suits my taste. The other point is a conference room of the BMM as well as the shielded VIP area of the KP, which enables interaction with various organizations. You have the full range of possibilities to play in the gray area, trade in illegal or hot goods, mediation between parties or services. What kind of people am I looking for in my organization? Basically everyone. I know that the name of the organization is German and the main language is German, but everybody who speaks English is welcome too. Who wants to act individually, but with the intention of keeping each other's back free when necessary, of course at a fair price or a reasonable share. Nobody is excluded by this. Of course, every type or player is required. For the economy part, a network of contacts from dealers, mining peoples and explorers, as well as brokers for information. For the bounty hunt, escorts and special missions, you need pilots, infantry or specialists, whereby everyone is responsible for himself and offers his service as he can and wants, but also only deserve his parts of what he offers. You can look for support within the organization or negotiate directly with other organs. If you later want to be a different area of Star Citizen universe, no one is forced to leave. Build up where you want to start your offshots within the organization. If someone comes out of the pack into the area, offers him support, and you get support when you come to another area. So not everyone has to travel everywhere if they are pursuing their own interests in one specific area. That is just a basic idea for the goal that I strive for. What do you want I achieve in Star Citizen? As I said, please write me your motivation and goals in the comments below. And don't forget, if you liked the video, subscribe to my channel. Until the next time, A.S.Drake.